The Army coach should be fired.
Oh my God.
That was so stupid.
Are you for real? Oh my God. I wanna just kick. I just want to go on the sideline and boot that Hawaiian idiot in the ass. And they kept showing all these reruns of Army losses, and then they reminded me that last year they lost the game because the Navy coach was playing the game. He was they have a 4th and 1, and then he lets them snap the ball and calls a timeout, and then the next play they don't get the 4th down. I mean, they're playing the game. It's like, let the kids play the game, that's ridiculous. So the recap for last week, 2-4 week, the Big B had too big of a bite there on Carolina. They did not cover.
It was 2-2. We only picked 4 games.
Yeah, what did I say?
2-4.
Oh, 2-2. Yeah, so the Big B took a big bite on Carolina, did not cover. What was the final score? They didn't.
It was like
41-38.
Yeah, something like that. It was a 3-point win, I think.
It was a 3-point win. So Brian took too big a bite. The man who always says he stays away from big spreads, and Dan and the Big O, Big D won. I won it with Tampa, and Dan won it with Arizona, which was a blowout, was it not?
Yeah, it was. They killed him.
And then the pesky Eskin, Stone Cold Mortal Walk, he lost it by half a point.
Yeah.
Any other comments on last week?
The
No,
Giants
it's that Carolina's defense didn't show up. That was my comment.
Well, Carolina didn't show up to the second half. They were kind of sleepwalking.
They have one of the best defenses in the league, and they gave up 38 points, man.
Well, they clinched the division earlier when Atlanta lost. So they were kind of like, but they still won the game.
Good point, Dan. The guru, Dan.
That's right. And the other thing is the Giants.
It's about emotion, right, Dan?
And how stupid are the Giants? Emotion. How stupid are the Giants? They had a 10-point lead with like 6 minutes left. Instead of kicking a field goal and making a 2-touchdown game, they don't do anything, and then Jets come back and win the game. That was awful.
Well, yeah, that was like the Giants-Cowboys game, first game of the year, when Eli told them not to score a touchdown.
We should just kick the field goal. If Coughlin kicks the field goal in 4th and whatever, they go up 13 with 7 minutes left.
Yeah, that could be our Are You For Real?
And what was the
I got a better one.
The Giants running back on that, he says he got the ball. There was a gaping hole. He could have ran right into the end zone. So then he purposely ran into some defensive players to get the other way and purposely ran into some defensive players to get tackled. Awesome. All right, so the Big O guarantee for Week 14 is your Green Bay Packers at home against the Cowboys, who are now going to be over cocky, coming off their win last week. Still no quarterback. Romo's out for the season. We had a big uptick last week for Green Bay with the miracle in Motown, Hail Mary, game-winning pass. And Green Bay needs to stay in the, I would say they are in the division hunt, right? Are they not, to get a top seed? 8-4?
I don't know about a top seed. That might be out of reach, but they're leading their division.
Yeah, so I think they're, coming off the Hail Mary last week, they're going to, and being at home this week, they're looking to put Dallas away early and not give them any hope.
Today is supposed to be the warmest December game ever at Green Bay. It's supposed to be in the mid-50s there with rain.
Yeah, as long as there's nothing to affect the passing game too badly, which, as long as there's no high winds or blizzard or anything like that. The rain's not a good thing, but I failed to check the weather. Let's have the Danny D guarantee Week 14.
All right. This week, my pick, to use O'Brienism, is a pure gut pick. It's Pittsburgh versus Cincinnati. In Cincinnati, Cincinnati's favored by 2.5. I am taking Pittsburgh. I don't know what it is or how this works, but Pittsburgh seems to always win at Cincinnati, no matter what. I mean, Cincinnati has a great team this year, and Pittsburgh, I think, is still going to win there. They won there last year. They just win there every year. It seems like there's a trend in this series that Cincinnati wins at Pittsburgh, but then Pittsburgh wins at Cincinnati. I don't know how that works, but it just seems like the road team's been winning. Like they've been trading wins back and forth for the past 5-6 years, something like that. So I'm going with the trend here and taking Pittsburgh on the road. Roethlisberger was great last week. DeAngelo Williams was great last week for the Steelers against the stinky Colts. Martavis Bryant and Antonio Brown and all these guys that they have had 100 yards last week. I know that the Bengals have a good defense, but it's going to be a little difficult for them to cover everybody. And I expect Roethlisberger to have a good game because I think he wants some revenge after last time. I believe the last time he played, he was just coming back from an injury, and he didn't play very well. So I expect a better performance from him. But I expect the trend to continue, as I said. And one of Scott's hometown teams is going down, and I'm taking the Steelers over the Bengals.
Line did move. It's only a +2 now.
Oh, okay.
The money's going to Cincinnati right now, about 55%. So it looks like you're with the bettors. That's why it went to a +2 because the money's kind of moving towards Cincinnati. So that's the big Danny D pick. And then we were talking last week about how the Steelers fans travel well. So I'm sure you're going to have a lot of with the terrible towels in the Paul Brown Stadium there today.
Yeah, it's not that far, is it? Was it like 2 hours?
A day trip. Oh, it's much farther than 2 hours, but it's probably like two and a half, 3 maybe.
Oh, okay.
So I remember the one Cincinnati game I went. The year they weren't doing very well. I think the Steelers fans there than Bengals fans. I just remember people walking into the Bengals home game. There was like 4 people that had a huge cutout bus out of cardboard. And they were all walking in like they were in a bus.
Brian is contemplating something over there.
Now I'm looking at my my ESPN app here, reading up on my pick.
Okay.
Big B guarantee week 14 coming off of a loss.
He's the boat anchor.
No, he's not. You're still the boat anchor because he's got the push.
Dan still gets the song.
Still get the Titanic.
His next big beat is 7-1-5. But the funny thing is, I actually got notified by YouTube last week of potential copyright infringement for the Anchors of Waves song. Oh, that's funny. I'm acting with the to see about potential royalties or something.
Hey, how come? What about the Rocky song you always play? They didn't send you a message about that?
No, they've never sent me a message on the Rocky song. It's funny.
That might be one of those public domain things.
Wow.
I know.
That's funny though. That's like the Jay-Z thing where they took out the music of our one show.
You did take
Yeah, that was funny with your dancing.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
the New York song.
Yeah, we get like 5 viewers. We get like 5 viewers, and they're gonna take that away.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's have the big B guarantee.
All right, I couldn't really find anything on my ESPN app, so I'm gonna go with gut too, as Dan likes to say. I'm gonna go with Scotto's home team over there, Tampa.
That's.
What is it? It's still 4.5.
It's 5.
5.
Yep.
Yeah, that means that they're trying to push it up so more teams will bet for New Orleans, right? That's why they push the spread up.
No, it's 5.5 now.
5.5.
It was 5 when you started the show. Now it's 5.5.
Dan, is it really 5.5?
Yep.
I guess he's looking at it. I don't know.
I'm looking at the live odds right now. That's 5.5.
On Pinnacle?
Yep.
Oh my God, just stick with it.
Oh, fuck you, Dan. All right, I'm going to still stick with it. Basically, I just think that New Orleans' defense is terrible. They have one of the worst pass defenses and one of the worst run defenses. Their pass defense is actually historically bad, but the ironic thing is that they're on pace. Little shot of Mike Pettin. But the ironic thing is the Saints are on pace to break their own record, which was set like 3 years ago, of giving up the most passing yards and touchdowns for pass defense. Their defense is historically bad. I think the Tampa Bay's been playing really well lately. I think they've won, 3 of their last 4 games. I think they'll be able to run the ball. I think their defense has been playing pretty well. They got a pretty decent rush defense. Their pass defense isn't great, but I think they're in the top 10 against the run with McCoy. So I think they're going to be able to make the Saints go one-dimensional, plus Mark Ingram is out. I don't trust C.J. Spiller. I think he's more of a pass running back. I don't think he's a good 2-down or 3-down back, whatever you want to call him.
They don't trust him either. They're going to cut him.
Yeah. So anyway, I think 5.5. When Dan gave me the sheet on Friday, it was 4.5. But so I still like it. I mean, I guess that's what's telling you is that everyone agrees with me and everyone is betting with the Bucks. So the money is going with the Bucks.
Well, it's actually 50-50 on the money, but the line's moving. So
well, yeah, they moved the line, so they try to get it more of an even split.
Yeah, they're trying to keep it an even split. That means the pressure is on Tampa, so they have to keep bumping the line up to keep people
betting on the Saints.
Too many people from betting on Tampa, so they have to keep bumping the line. Yeah, to get more people over to the Saints. Yeah.
I see this as a high-scoring game because both teams don't have great defenses. I think it could be 30, 31-21, somewhere in that, maybe 31-24, something like that.
Well, and Jameis Winston is looking really good.
Yeah, he's the first 4 games. I saw a stat though where it said the first 4 games of the season he had 8 interceptions, and since then in the last 8 games he's only thrown 5. So he's thrown almost as many in the last 8 games as he did in the first 4 games. And so he's turning over the ball a lot less. He's taking care of the ball. So I just think it's going to be a high-scoring game, but I still think the Tampa's going to cover for Scott O'Haron's home team, Tampa Bay.
In the game-winning walk-off touchdown against Atlanta, just to give you an example of what he's doing, the true story, that he went in the huddle for the last play of the game, and he said, "Who wants a touchdown?"
Yeah, I heard that.
Evans raised his hand. He's like, "You got it." He goes out, throws a touchdown to Evans.
Yeah, I saw that.
Help my fantasy team.
Yeah, I mean he's got that confidence now where he's really running the team.
I even thought about picking up Jenkins for my fantasy team this week because he's available to play tight end. Because the Saints are one of the worst teams covering tight ends, but I stuck with Julius Thomas only because I have Bortles, so I want that double touchdown.
You just like making moves.
Huh?
You just like making moves.
Hey, I didn't go over my 100.
No. You only got 70, I think.
Yeah, I'm at 70-something, yeah.
My you for real for week 14 is the Army. Yep. I have a couple of highlights. One was the Army safety that had an angle on a running touchdown, the running back for Navy. So you had a Navy blocker making a very good block. The Army safety has an angle on the running back. So the Army safety ran around and got behind the Army player that was being blocked to allow one Navy blocker to block 2 players now. He went around and he joined in the block. Allowed the running back to run inside and score a touchdown. Ran right past the running back, ran around, got behind the block that was already ongoing, and allowed the Navy runner to cut inside and score a touchdown. The other one was the drop snaps, the Army quarterback, and the prior to bowl week, and you have the Army head coach teaching the Army quarterback how to take a snap from center on the sideline. He sends him over to practice a snap, and the first snap on the sideline, he dropped it.
How about the last play of the game? That ridiculous play at the end of the game. Where he had the wide receiver throw.
Oh, yeah.
To end the game, that was terrible.
They had a chance, and they took it out of the quarterback's hand. And then, what do you expect out of a wide receiver to come in on the last play of the game? He threw it short. It got picked.
Yeah, that was a stupid play. They didn't have to do that.
They didn't have to do it. They could have taken it in bites, and they tried to go for it all in a big bite, and they got burnt.
Yeah, that was a terrible play.
That was bad play calling because they said, why the hell didn't you keep it in the quarterback's hands? Because that was your guy that's been in the whole game doing that,
Because he threw a nice deep pass to play before that to get to that point.
He was on a hot streak. They could have taken, and the option was working well, so they could have taken another bite, option out of bounds, gotten a little closer, and then shot the pass.
Yeah, that was the coach's fault. The players played hard.
Yeah. And then, another you for real. First play of the game, unsportsmanlike conduct for Army. First play of the game. They zoomed in on the coach, and you could see him saying, "Motherfucker!" So he's lip reading out there. That was funny. Danny D, you for real.
All right, my you for real again for the umpteenth week in a row. The Cleveland Browns. What's his name? Johnny Manziel was quote unquote punished and benched the last 2 weeks because of his little partying incident. But if you're the Cleveland Browns, is that really punishing anybody? I mean, you don't get to play. I wouldn't want to play for them either. You're really rewarding him for doing that. Not getting him back or he can get killed. The coach is being fired anyway, so he doesn't care. So what's the difference? I love it. They give him a punishment. You bench me for 2 weeks. Go ahead. And that group, oh my God. That's horrible. Oh, man. I mean, I understand he's an NFL player, and NFL players want to play, but really? Is that really a punishment? I mean, come on. That guy's
I know.
But you did say why, why doesn't the coach, you did say last week, I think, you said, why doesn't the coach play Manziel? And at least he's doing that.
Yeah, I understand that, but is that really a punishment to be benched by the Browns? That's all I'm saying. That's like, is that really a punishment? Oh, my God. So that's my you for real.
All right, let's have the big B you for real.
Since I didn't do one last week, I want to do two. Are you for reals? My first are you for real is going to be Tom Coughlin not kicking the field goal. He would have won the game. He's a fucking idiot. And then my second are you for real is Shady McCoy, the biggest baby on the fucking planet. He won't shake the coach's hand. Now, I understand some things went down, and Coach Kelly probably didn't handle him getting traded the best way because he came out this week and talked about it. But you're a grown-ass fucking man, and you won't shake somebody's hand. I think he's the biggest fucking baby in the world. So my argument for real is, Shady McCoy, you need to grow the fuck up.
Do you know what else?
I hope the Eagles fans boo the fucking hell out of that guy. I don't even care if he's our leading rusher.
While you were sleeping this morning, another story came out that Kelly tried to reach out to McCoy several times this week, and McCoy kept hanging up on him.
Yeah.
He tried to call him. And also, and more in Eagle land, is that DeMarco Murray is supposed to be the fourth string running back today.
Yeah.
He felt that Kelly is totally unapproachable. That's why he went to the owner in the plane.
Well, no, but apparently, too, I did see that, but apparently he sits with the owner every week on the plane.
No, I know. I'm just saying that's why he went, because he did talk to him just because he thought he couldn't talk to Kelly about his demotion, that he just is an unapproachable guy. Well,
yeah, there's another story that came out. I don't know if you read, if you go to the NFL Network website, if you ever read their articles, there's another article that said, that's talking about how DeMarco Murray actually is tradable. There's a couple NFL executives who obviously can't be named, but they said that that even with DeMarco Murray's contract, that he's still very tradable.
He's owed $7 million for next season.
Yeah. So, that the Eagles could probably get rid of him for like a 5th or 6th round pick.
Yeah.
He just doesn't fit the system. Oh, and I want to tell you, Dan, on Friday night, I was out, and I saw DeMarco Murray walk by me. Me and Ed Kuhn. It was me, Ed Kuhn, and what's his name? Tyler. He walked
Where?
right by us. We were on 15th. Yeah, it was 15th and I want to say Walnut. He walked right by, and he smiled at me and Ed, and we're like, "Holy shit, that's fucking DeMarco
Oh,
Murray
he
by
likes you
himself."
guys.
Yeah, he was.
Let's get together with the two of you.
Yeah, he was by himself, man. It was pretty cool. I was like, "Shit, he didn't have an entourage or anything."
And then you said to him, you said, I know that you've been looking at me. Just go and let me put your pants.
All right, hey guys, I just ordered pizza, so I gotta go.
All right, the quick recap is Green Bay, Pittsburgh, Buccaneers, and the Bears. And as always,
Score with Big Pick
Pick
4.
4.
All right, guys, I'll see you next week.
all right,
Yeah.
week.
Hey, Scott,
Yeah,
what's the line on the Green Bay game?
it was 5.5. Let me see if it's still.
Because I had 6.5 yesterday.
Right now, I'm looking at the line. Let's see, I've got this app up here that I'm going to search for Green Bay. 4:30 p.m. game, 5.5.